Have you ever been walking round in a city, including yours, and walking round and seeing a lot of plots covered with grass and trees that look abandoned? Has it ever come into your mind how nice would such places look if they were turned into urban gardens? Do you know how many abounded open areas is there on average in our cities? Cities have an average of 10% abounded open spaces. Imagine if those open spaces are utilized and turned into urban gardens. Do you know what are community gardens? A community garden is a piece of land gardened or cultivated by a group of people individually or collectively. Normally in community gardens, the land is divided into individual plots. Each individual gardener is responsible for their own plot and the yielding or the production of which belongs to the individual. In some cases, the community garden is taken care of by the whole group, all of it, instead of being divided in plots. Some of the most common places that can be used for urban farming and community gardens are the following: vacant city-owned sites, vacant industrial spaces, abandoned buildings, rooftops, restaurants and retail outlets, underground places. The advantages of having urban gardens in our communities vary and range from reduction of greenhouse gases, creation of resilient food systems, prevention of heat island effect, preservation of biodiversity including bees, which are very important in our ecosystem, added value to properties of nearby houses and apartments, and awareness to healthy eating habits. Now I will explain all the advantages of having urban gardens. Reduction of greenhouse gases. By promoting a more local production of the food we eat, urban farming can contribute to the reduction of greenhouse gases. Indeed, a large part of the fruits and vegetables we consume must travel long distances before arriving in our plates, which induce vast amounts of pollution. By growing vegetables directly in cities, the distance between production and consumers is reduced and thus diminishes the greenhouse gas emitted through the transportation of food. Moreover, like their green fellows, vegetable plants act as air filters and sequester carbon and other polluting gases, which contributes to the improvement of ambient air in cities. Creation of resilient food systems. The deployment of urban agriculture initiatives enables the development of local, sustainable, and resilient food systems. By transforming unused and underutilized spaces into urban farms, we are transforming the landscape of our cities and giving it an edible value to pave the way to food self-sufficiency. Preservation of biodiversity including bees. The multiplication of urban agriculture zones favors the preservation of biodiversity in cities. As a place to eat and live, these initiatives contribute to the diversification of living organisms in the urban environment. The establishment of several varieties of fruits, vegetables, fine herbs, and edible flowers in the vegetable garden encourages the support of these insects and organisms which are essential to life. Cultivating in cities is a concrete action that supports both the fauna and flora of urban centers, while contributing to the development of rich and diversified ecosystems. Prevention of heat island effect. During summer's hottest day, the last place where people usually want to be is in a city center, surrounded by buildings, cars, and gray sidewalks. The reason for it is simple: cities tend to have an average temperature of 5 degrees Celsius above that of outlying regions. This phenomenon is called heat island and is caused by the high concentration of built-up areas in cities such as rooftops and parking lots, which absorb and re-emit the sun's heat. In contrast with urban environments, natural bodies such as forests and gardens produce freshness while improving air quality. Planting vegetables on rooftops or in gardens in cities is an efficient way to address the heat island effect. Absorb carbon dioxide and have greener cities. Added value to properties. Integrating urban farming to an existing building creates value. Once in used or underutilized areas, these rooftops, terraces, and ground spaces now could become green oases, where fresh and healthy food grows. In addition to positioning institutions as innovative and sustainable, urban agriculture initiatives benefit not only the occupants of these buildings, but the whole society. Who wouldn't enjoy seeing a vegetable garden bloom on the roof of the building next door? Do you know how you can turn an abandoned place in your city into a thriving urban farm? The first thing that you must do is to see if it is owned by the government and/or the municipality. Then you can approach the owner and present your idea and see if they give you the go-ahead to do that. If they give you the go-ahead, you can gather a group of people who would be willing to help you do that. Do you know how to gather a group with whom you can make a community garden? You should first look round you and check who are the people that you know that have similar interests. You should then make a call on social media as well. Then gather these people and make a plan to see what your visions on the pacer you have and what is the way forward.